Hello and welcome to Songclave, the last location where Hornet will be among relative peaceful individuals and in a very pleasant environment. Because today, I am going to strip Hornet of all of her equipment and her nail. I am going to throw her into the Putrified Ducts and put her in a state where she has lost everything and will never be able to escape. You can tell Hornet's very excited about the fact. I think she might have lost her mind given how frequently I've just tormented her in my videos non-stop since this game came out. But hey, whatever makes the job done better, I guess. But yeah, this softlock doesn't require a lot of specifics in terms of equipment. You can get your float, your dash, you can get the claw line, you can get everything you want in Act 1. The only requirement is that you haven't been to the slab and you haven't been kidnapped already. Otherwise, we need to have the Beast Crest, which I clearly have equipped right now. You need to have the Beast Crest for its charge attack and for its downward pogo. Its downward pogo being a great way to gain height when you don't have the double jump. And the charge attack being a way to gain height again when you don't have the double jump. You can't get the double jump because doing so locks out the jailers from the slab. And we also need the Delver's Drill, a third way to get height that doesn't require the double jump. Because you see, with the Delver's Drill and the Beast Crest, we will be able to go to the slab early, create an escape route that we will utilize once we have been kidnapped, so that we can leave the slab with all of our equipment stolen. And that is the key to this softlock right here. Softlock number 5. Man, this game has really been a gift for those who love softlocks in video games. And to begin with, you need to get the apostate key to activate this escape route from the slab. And if you like watching these softlocks and glitches, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Now to begin with, to get the apostate's key, you need to get to the memoriam, which normally requires a double jump, but abnormally requires just the charge attack with the Beast Crest if I was better at this game and did not consistently fail this jump. So I'm going to cut to when I've actually succeeded for once. There you have it. It's really not as hard as I was making it out to be, in the slightest, to get to the memoriam. And at this point, there is another jump like this that you have to do, but it's the exact same thing. It's fairly simple to do if you're not bad at the game like me. And at this point, this whole path to getting the apostate's key without double jump is something that is, it's not overtly complicated. It is somewhat difficult if you're not great at skips in this game. When I first did this a few weeks ago, it took me way too long to get it done, but that's not because the trick is especially complex. It's just because it requires a bit of good platforming, which I am not used to when I don't have all of my skills that I can take advantage of, like a double jump, and, well, it's really just a double jump. Having the double jump in this game makes platforming so much easier, especially vertical platforming. Who could have guessed? But I unlocked this bench because I have failed at this previously before. At this point, you just want to go to this right side of the memoriam. Up here, there is a secret path that takes you to the Putrified Ducts. And who could have guessed? It's another problem that can be instantly solved by utilizing the Beast Crest charge attack. I hope Team Cherry doesn't patch that out. Please don't. It's so fun. This bridge is normally home to just a couple of enemies and the entrance to the Putrified Ducts. These batflies spawn at random, so you want to hope you get as many spawns as possible. And up here, this path is normally impassable without the double jump. However, when we have the Beast Crest downwards pogo, we can use it to gain height by pogoing off of this enemy. It is difficult to do so unless you put the enemies exactly where you want them to be. You can try to use the claw line as well, but the Beast Crest, I believe, gives you more vertical height from that bounce. And as you can see, I am failing a bit. As long as you can get them set up correctly though, given enough time, you will be able to make this jump. I can promise you that. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I do that correctly. There you go. As you can see, it gets a lot easier to do when you have multiple enemies to pogo off of. The remaining skip is right here. This is one that took me a while to get as well in the past. It requires a Beast Crest charge attack and for you to run and jump and turn around and do that. Oh, wow. That was incredible. Hornet, what kind of celebration was that? You sound bored. Give me a better voice. That's right. There we go. Hell yeah. So yeah, that's how you do that skip into Putrified Ducts without having double jump. At this point, you gotta be careful to not die, because if you do, you have to redo all the previous steps. And I have died previously when I got this skip right. So just I hate this pogo so much. Okay, I'm just not gonna use this pogo. I will be careful to not die and make it to the bench and the bellway. Thank you. I think that's pretty much there at this point. So part of setting up this softlock is unique when compared to other softlocks, because I actually do want to get this bellway opened up. Normally you want to close off as many escape routes as possible, but having this path into the Putrified Ducts open is mandatory, because once we go to the slab and get all of our equipment stolen, we won't have the movement abilities we utilized to get in here the first time. So we need a way back into the Putrified Ducts after all of our stuff has been stolen. So once we've opened this, and I just bought the bench because I was close to death, you know, standard gameplay stuff. Once we do that, we are going to go down and open up the path to the shortcut for Bilewater. A shortcut that is not opened because it's a double-sided lock essentially. We've opened this side from the Putrified Ducts. Please let go of me. But we have not opened the side from Bilewater. So while we can get in from up top, we are not able to get in from down below. And this area, in addition to having that shortcut, also has the apostate key, the main reason we came here to begin with. So we have now gotten the key of apostate without needing to get the ability that would lock us out of getting kidnapped by the jailers of the slab. And at this point, I'm just showing off something to look forward to in the future, in case you didn't notice what the thumbnail showed. This spot specifically is the key to this entire softlock functioning, and it's a devious one for sure, and you're gonna see why this is a softlock in a couple of minutes. Trust me. Like with any good escape plot, we have to scout out the scene of our crime beforehand. And that means going to the slab and creating our own little path to escape in after we get captured. And fortunately for us, it is very simple to do so now that we have the apostate key. And obviously, the combination of the Beast Crest charge attack and the Delver's Drill will be getting us to an area that we're not supposed to go. Once again, big shock that by using all of our tech, we are able to go to places that would normally require the double jump. So, to begin with, we are just gonna... Well, no, we don't need to go down for anything. We can open up this room with the apostate key, and that's the whole reason we did all the skips before. And even though this is an area that you would only think leads to the first sinner, there is actually a way here to get into the slab proper. That is right up there. Clearly, this skip is normally requiring the double jump. However, this lamp filled with flies actually can be pogoed off of using the Delver's Drill. So, by using a combination of the charge attack of the Beast Crest and the Delver's Drill, we can get right up there. And I want you to know, this is the first time I've done this skip ever. Thank you for giving me a better sound clip again, Hornet. I appreciate it. So it is not hard to do this at all. And please be careful of these stones, because when you're on 2 masks, you can just die instantly and have to do it again. But yeah, just by doing that skip, we can open up this floor here. And this place is accessible when you are kidnapped by the slab. So now when we're kidnapped, we can go through there, enter this path, and escape the slab. Oh my goodness. I did not know that those rocks respawned when you left the room. But yeah, we have set up our escape perfectly, now it's time to get kidnapped and lose all of our equipment forever. Welcome to the slab proper, where we are a full prisoner and have lost everything that would make it easy for us to escape from places using most of our abilities. Because by not having the needle in or our cloak, we cannot float, we could not double jump if we had the ability to double jump, we can't down pogo off of spikes or anything other than enemies because we're going to hurt our feet doing that, but it doesn't matter what we can and can't do because we can just leave with this setup that we made earlier. It's phenomenal how easy it is. It's even more phenomenal that I've managed to avoid getting hit by all of these rocks. Frankly, I thought I would have died to them at some point in this video, but I'm glad I got that out of the way. Alright, now we can escape the slab entirely without really anything stopping us. We can just run to the left and we could either go out the exit that we opened on our own into the Citadel, or we can just go and buy the Bellway. And I'd rather buy the Bellway at this point because, as you can see, by having none of our abilities to traverse, we have Swift Step, we don't have the Claw Line because it requires the Needle. We do have the Cling Grip, but we're missing a lot of our abilities, so leaving... Oh, you can taunt! Damn, I didn't know you could taunt like this. That is a crazy stance, Hornet. But as I was saying, by not having our abilities, it'd be hard to leave out the Citadel. So why don't we just buy the Bellway? We don't have rosaries because they were all taken from us. Let me go farm some rosaries. Come on, put those rosaries in. God, I forgot how long and boring it is to kill enemies when you have no weapon. Just come on, I got places to be. I'm trying to trap this bug. This bug slash worm slash god slash weaver. Alright. What the heck was that? Okay. It may surprise you to learn that Team Cherry did not expect you to come to the Bell Beast while nude. Seems a bit odd. You'd think they'd know someone would do this the second they add this feature into their game. But this is why we got the Bellway to the Putrified Ducts, because as I said, with our current lack of abilities and lack of crests, we can never put the Beast Crest on again when we're in this state. We have no ability to get to the Putrified Ducts outside of the Bellway that we bought earlier. And now that we're here, we're going to go back to the shortcut we unlocked earlier that we half unlocked. We unlocked it from this end, and by jumping down here, you may not know yet, dear viewer, but we have Doomed Hornet. Also, she has an animation for being covered in maggots while not having her cloak on. That is a very interesting thing. How did Team Cherry think to do that, but not think to give her an animation for calling the Bell Beast out, whatever? Hello, Huntress? You might as well get acquainted with her. Your tension is so strong. Only to feed my shell. Your long false claw. Yes, we definitely have that long false claw on us. I don't think there's a single thing sharp about us, Huntress. You don't have to worry. But you should get acquainted with her because she's going to be the only source of entertainment you have for the entire rest of your life playing Hollow Knight Silksong. Because as you can see, we can run to the left here, but there's nothing. There's no enemies. I'm sorry, there is something. There are probably 10 to 20 shell shards. Incredible. At least we could build that back up. But hey, we've got no abilities that are majorly useful for movement. We have the ability to run here. And you may think, Kilroy, why don't you just escape out into Bilewater? It looks like you can do so on the map. And that's when you come over here and Hornet looks down and gives you the obvious question.
Drake? What? Where's the door hole?
Oh, the hole? Yeah, see, it's right down there. It goes right to Bilewater. It shows so on my complete map of Farloom. Oh, but I forgot to open it up from the other side. I'm sorry, Hornet. Well, just escape from the top. You know, you got out of there before. Why can't you do it now? Oh, I see. You cannot float. You don't have the claw line. You don't have any ability to make this jump. Maybe with a heel stall. Ooh, but that's right. There is absolutely no ability to gain silk in this area whatsoever. There's no enemies. You can't even die to get a cocoon. And maybe you had some silk eaters before. You don't have them now. They're back in the slab with all of your other stuff. So what are you supposed to do at this point? Settle in, learn to make friends with the maggots, learn to make friends with the Huntress for as long as she's alive. She's great. I actually like the Huntress. Unfortunately, she will be gone soon because while her brood has no ability to get food, they will eat her alive. This is not conjecture. This is truly what happens in this game. So it doesn't really matter if you get close to her. She will be gone in a few years. Or less than years, probably in a few minutes at this rate. But, yeah, I have tried making this jump just to see if it's possible to escape this. I genuinely think it's fully impossible to get out of here now. We have no abilities. We have the dash, and the dash is not enough. So Hornet is now stuck in here, right next to Biowater in the Putrified Ducts for eternity. She has no clothes, she has no equipment, she has nothing except for maggots to give her company for the rest of her life. So yeah, I think this is truly the worst ending I've ever made for Hornet. This is Bad Ending Simulator 101. Have fun with the rest of your life here, Hornet. I genuinely hope you find the good in this situation wherever it is. Have a good day, everyone who watched this video, and subscribe for more of this terrible stuff.